How many cities is Provilac in at?
So Provilac is currently catering to 6 cities:
Yes.
Pune, Mumbai,
Mumbai.
then Hyderabad,
Okay.
and then Jaipur and Delhi NCR.
Could you help us understand what is A1 and A2 milk? What's the difference between both of them?
A1 milk and A2 milk, the basic difference is one of the proteins.
Okay.
In A1 milk,
Yes.
has an amino acid which is known to cause allergies in humans.
Big in India?
Yeah, it is. So any cow that you see which is black and white in India has a dominant of, so they're all crossbred, but the domination, if you look at a black and white breed, then it's a Holstein Friesian breed.
What would differentiate Provilac's A2 milk with other brands then?
Somebody who has a lot of cows at one single farm and organized cow, these are the people who usually would invest into changing the breed so that they start giving A2 cows.
Yes.
For Provilac, it's unique because we give milk only from Desi Gir breed. So we have gone into creating a network of farmers who own pure Gir breeds.
Does Provilac use this technology?
No, we do not use a UHT technology, and one of the reasons is because we are into fresh category. We are, and the whole logistic and the supply chain that has been built is to deliver fresh category products to home.
Okay. What is the idea behind the high protein milk?
High protein milk has 3 times more protein
than
normal cow milk, right? So what we've done is a liter of milk would have 30 grams of proteins.
Okay.
We've just concentrated those 30 grams of proteins in a 250 ml bottle. That's all we've done.
How would you measure Provilac's success? Would it be by market share, impact on people's life, or by revenue?
If Provilac has been a part of their whatever healthy lifestyle and if that's created an impact in their life, I think that is what definitely is a definition of success for us.
Could you tell us about yourself? What did your early journey look like? How did you start?
Start as in?
What was your education background?
Okay, so there's a little bit of background here for my education. I started off after my 10th. I got into commerce.
Okay.
I did my first year commerce, first year Bachelor of Commerce. So 3 years, so 11th, 12th and first year Bachelor of Commerce. And then I realized science, accounts is something that I'm not getting a grasp on. And then I decided, okay, let me go back to science because until 10th I had really enjoyed doing science.
Yes.
So went back to science after 3 years of gap. Then did my 12th again, which apparently it's only allowed to do 12th standard once as per Maharashtra State Board.
Yes.
But then I went back to the open schooling and did my 12th science, and then I went for engineering to New Zealand. So I studied biochemistry there.
So you started in the field of commerce, then you shifted to engineering, correct?
Yeah. So that has been a little.
That's a very unusual change.
It's very, very unusual. I haven't come across anyone who's done it, and it's always. And every time I talk to this about people, I think people get surprised with this.
Yeah. So what engineering did you do in New Zealand?
I did biochemistry.
Biochemistry.
Yeah. So it's biochemical engineering.
So New Zealand is known for its high quality dairy products. Correct, the New Zealand cow. Well, did you get the Provilac idea from there?
Yeah. So according to engineering, my first internship was at Fonterra, which is one of the biggest dairy companies of New Zealand and all across the world. I think it ranks 3rd or 4th.
Yes.
So my first internship was there. My second internship was there, and then I got a job in Fonterra.
Okay.
I started working at Fonterra. So being into dairy right when I was finishing engineering.
So how would you compare New Zealand's dairy industry as compared to India?
There are two different situations.
Yeah.
So if you compare the cleanliness,
it's better there.
Yeah, the hygiene. A lot of research is done. I mean, because New Zealand is a small country, and a lot of their economy is dependent on dairy. So naturally, there is a lot of push for dairy research. As compared to India, I think India is more of an agricultural economy than a dairy economy. So dairy economy has always been like a secondary to agriculture.
Yes.
And that is the reason I think we are still there. We are still getting there. New Zealand would be about 20 years ahead of what we are doing here in India.
20 years is a good time.
Yeah, it's a long time.
But what type of cows do they use in New Zealand? Are they crossbred?
So, yeah, they're crossbred. Usually, you would see a lot of the commercial within the commercial dairy all across the world. There's Holstein Friesian breed.
Okay. That's around the world, correct?
That is
Or
all
only
around.
New
That
Zealand?
is all around the world.
Around the world.
Yeah, you would see Holstein Friesian breed, which has been more researched, developed breed. So that's what you would see in New Zealand.
Is that breed in India?
Yeah, it is. So any cow that you see which is black and white in India has a dominant of. So they're all crossbred, but the domination, if you look at a black and white breed, then it's a Holstein Friesian breed.
Okay, then what about the other cows which are only black?
So there are different breeds, right?
Okay.
So there are quite a few number of breeds, and it's just that which one is the dominant breed.
Yeah.
So India is also dominant Holstein Friesian, but I think India also has a lot of traditional breeds as well, which New Zealand apparently doesn't.
Yeah. Well, beyond textbook, were there any personal hobbies in your childhood which you did, or maybe right now?
I haven't really pursued any of my hobby too much.
Yeah.
So I liked doing a lot of things, traveling, outdoor, nature walks, treks.
Any sports?
Not very particular on any specific sports. I've played badminton quite a lot.
Yeah.
But then did not pursue it too passionately. I think I was more into trying to finish my engineering and get into working.
Yes. Yeah. But a lot of dairy entrepreneurs in India come from legacies, correct? Mm-hmm. So you will think that not having the background, not having that legacy background, made you approach milk quality, technology, the entrepreneurship in a different manner than what other companies do?
Of course, if you are a first generation into any business,
Yes.
Not necessarily only in dairy, but in any business, your approach will always be fresh. Your approach will always be new. As compared to if you get onto a legacy business,
yes.
Of course you get a platform, but then there is a lot of resistance also that comes along with that platform. You cannot quickly introduce a lot of things that you would otherwise introduce if you were starting fresh. When you start fresh, when you buy yourself, I think you're also ready to take that risk and fail as compared to legacy businesses.
And you're more confident that time when you go solo.
I think you're just naive. Just because it's new and because you are exploring so much.
Yes.
You just don't know what the consequences would be as compared to somebody who's running a legacy business.
Yes.
They would have probably tried it at some point of time and wouldn't have worked at that time. So usually there's a lot of caution there and resistance there.
Yeah.
But when you're going by yourself, you just don't know what's going to be happening, so you just kind of take it up.
Yeah, the trial and error method makes it perfect.
Yeah, you make mistakes.
Yeah, that's what shapes you, correct?
I think that's what shapes you.
Yeah, generally we hear about a spark, correct? A spark to start a business. Why this industry? Well, was it like a single personal incident which led you to build a company like Provilac?
I think for me, the spark actually came back then when I was doing my commerce.
Yeah.
And then it did not make any sense, because the last year in my commerce, I was honestly, it just made me think why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I think that was the spark when I decided I want to get into science and I want to get into something related to food.
Yes.
Because family background was always, they always pushed towards entrepreneurship. So
yeah,
that was always there. So food was quite a natural choice for me, and that's why I decided to go to New Zealand and do my biochemical engineering, which was biochemistry is very much related to what food goes into your body and how the body metabolizes all the things that you eat. So
yes,
I think the spark started there, but then gradually I always knew that I wanted to come back and do something which will have some sort of an impact in terms of business.
Yes.
And I think Provilac was very gradually grown from that thought process.
Did you get the idea from New Zealand?
Honestly, the idea idea actually came in when I came back to India. I started working for Tetra Pak here.
That was after your degree, correct?
Yeah, so I spent about 9 years in New Zealand, and then came back here and started working for Tetra Pak. And that was also the time when I was like kind of looking out of opportunities, what would work.
Yes.
What definitely struck me was, after 9 years in New Zealand and drinking that milk and being used to so much of,
Yes.
Hygiene standards and the product quality and all of that. That was something big time missing when I came back to India. And I thought, that is probably one of the areas where I should start.
Yes.
So we started off Provilac with the whole concept of, delivering directly to people's houses from the place it gets produced. Okay. There's no middleman, there's no third party where the product is transferred. So
it's direct.
It's directly, and there's full traceability of where the milk comes from.
Yes.
And we know how the product has traveled, at what temperature, and all of it. So I think that was very different to what was happening at that time in India. In India, it was usually traditional companies who were producing. So farmers would produce milk. The businesses would buy the milk from the farmers,
yes,
and then they give it to a third party distributors to distribute the milk.
Yes.
So there was a huge broken chain there. And milk being perishable, it really goes bad in 2 days.
Yes.
I thought that was one of the very important things to have a full control of the product, and that is why we started off Provilac. Yes. With this thought process.
What year did you start Provilac? Yeah.
We started in 2013.
2013. That's how many years?
12 years. 12 years. Yeah.
So for someone who's hearing Provilac for the first time, how would you describe it in one line?
Sure. So Provilac is a specialty milk company, tech-enabled, direct to consumers.
Direct to consumers. Yeah. No middleman, nothing, correct?
No middleman, nothing.
Okay, so when you started Provilac first, so how did you start it? Did you approach friends, families, your partners? How did you do it?
Yeah, so again, when I started, I actually came from engineering background. Yeah. Not much of an understanding of how the business will work or whatever. So the whole thought process was very simple. Like, we have to deliver the cleanest possible milk, yes, to people.
Yes.
And on the first day, I think we delivered to 8 households. Okay. Mostly my cousins and my friends.
Yes.
I think for first few weeks, I think we were into some sort of a trial to try and understand how it's working. So 8 households for 2 weeks, mostly family and friends.
So when you started this brand, it was mouth to mouth, correct? So you didn't build any app in start, correct?
No.
It was all physical, all in person.
Yeah. So it was. So we had a customer care number.
Yes.
Which was a normal mobile number that we took for customer care.
Yeah.
And then all of it was being handled. The whole operations were being handled on Excel. On Excel. So basically, we would have a few columns with name, addresses, mobile numbers, and then the days of the month. Yes. And somebody wants 2 liters every day, so we would just write 2 until, for every day of the month. Yeah. And somebody was doing an alternate day delivery, so we would write like 1 and 0 and 1 and 0. Yes. So it was all Excel based. Communication was through mobile phones, and it was a complete postpaid model where we would go at the end of the month to collect the money.
It was at the end of the month, yeah. But was it subscription based? No.
It was subscription based, but a postpaid subscription.
Postpaid subscription based. Yeah. How many people were at the start of the company? 2 people.
No, I started it by myself.
By yourself.
Yeah. Correct. So I had a few of really good people who were with me at that time. Yes. And they're part of Provilac even today. It's been a 12-year fabulous journey for us. Yes. But I think, with those people there, I think that was a great support at the start.
Yeah. But in the start, finding the right source in India is very difficult because the quality and other things, food, milk adulteration, everything. It's like finding a needle in the haystack, correct?
Mm.
How do you get your first source, which is up to the mark, up to the quality which you want?
So I think, see, for me, because I had spent a good amount of time in dairy industry,
Yes.
and also I was working with Tetra Pak, which closely works with the dairy industry.
Yes.
So I'd come across a few farms which had housed almost 400 and 500 animals within a single compound.
Okay.
Right? So it was an organized dairy farm that we would call now. So trying to fix that and trying to talk to, because I was also involved in designing of that farm, when the farm actually started off with 50 cows and then it slowly ramped it up to 500 cows.
Okay.
So since I was involved in the designing part of that farm as well, so it was a natural choice for me that I'll take up the milk and I'll go up to the market.
How many cities is Provilac in at?
So Provilac is currently catering to 6 cities: Pune, Mumbai, then Hyderabad,
Okay.
and then Jaipur and Delhi NCR.
So every place, for example, Pune has its own dairy farm, correct? Which is owned by Provilac directly, or do you all get from suppliers?
So Provilac doesn't own any dairy farms.
Okay.
We do not own the cows. We have exclusive farm contracts with whom we work with. So the western region, Pune, Mumbai, and Hyderabad, gets catered from multiple dairy farms and plants in Pune.
Yes.
And then Jaipur and Delhi gets catered from Jaipur.
Okay, so if Hyderabad and Pune come from the same plant,
Yes.
correct? And how long does Provilac milk last for 2 days? 48 hours?
Yeah, typically 48 hours.
So could you draw me a picture of how in the 48 hours the milk from the cow reaches to your doorstep? Because it's a very short period of time.
So basically, 2 days is the printed shelf life on the product.
Okay.
So let's say cows usually milk twice a day.
Yes.
The morning and the evening shifts.
Okay.
So the milk reaches the consumer within 24 hours. So it would get milk processed, packed, come to the city at around midnight or about 1 o'clock, early morning, and then it would go out for delivery at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and it will get delivered before 7:30.
Yes.
And then the milk has a printed shelf life of 2 days post the delivery date.
Okay. So generally the milk can last for 4 days, correct then?
Ideally, milk can last for 3 to 4 days. It really depends on how the temperature has been maintained over the whole time. Yeah.
But generally, Amul's UHT tech gives the products a 6-month shelf life, while yours expires in 48 hours. From the food wastage and logistics angle, how does Provilac counter this?
So the milk that Amul would deliver, which is in UHT, so Amul's major business comes from fresh milk category,
okay,
which you would get in a pouch outside in the stores.
Yes.
UHT is one of the categories. The full form of UHT is ultra high temperature treated milk.
Yes.
So it basically is heated for 140 degrees for a few seconds before it's cooled down. So you are killing basically all the bacteria in there.
Okay.
And that is how you get a longish. And then it's aseptically packed. So it is packed in the most hygiene conditions, and that is how the milk stays good for 6 months. It does not necessarily have any chemicals or anything. It's just pure clean milk, but it's since it has been heated so much, all the bacteria in the milk has died.
Do I need to boil it like the regular?
No, there's no need. There's no need to boil.
Correct. Does Provilac use this technology?
No, we do not use a UHT technology, and one of the reasons is because we are into fresh category. And the whole logistic and the supply chain that has been built is to deliver fresh category products to home.
Okay.
And a UHT milk would mean a different distribution altogether.
Yes.
And usually you would see UHT milk being sold off the counters in general trade and modern trade stores.
Yes.
And that's a completely different distribution network. So that is something that we currently haven't explored.
Yes. So how many products does Provilac have now?
Provilac is primarily into milk. So we have about 6 different types of milk.
6 different types of milk,
Yes.
which are?
Um, so you have the milk which we started off with, which is a Holstein Friesian A1 category.
That was
it's
your
usually
first product which you
first product that we
Okay.
launched. And there are two variants in it. There's a raw milk and then there's pasteurized and homogenized milk.
Okay.
Pasteurization and homogenization is a process, the way the milk has been processed.
Of cleaning the milk, correct?
Of basically ensuring all the pathogenic bacteria are not present in the milk so that
Okay.
it's all safe for consumption.
Okay.
So that is the milk which gets started. So we've got milk from A1 category. Then
Okay.
we've got milk from Desi Gir cow breed category, which is A2 milk.
Okay.
And then we've got a buffalo milk category as well. Then we've got a lactose-free milk category. So basically, milk has lactose in it, which is not suitable to a few individuals because they are lactose intolerant.
Yes.
So this category is specifically designed for them. And very recently, we've come up with high protein milk as another category.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty much.
So you are only into milk products, correct? No other dairy products?
So milk has been a primary category. So if anybody asking me of what Provilac is currently, it's a
Milk
specialty
products,
milk
yeah.
company. Milk company specifically because
Yes.
that's what we do. We have ghee, paneer, dahi. Kharwas is another product. Then we are also into flavored chocolate milk.
Yes.
We've done high protein matcha, high protein coffee.
Okay.
So all of these products are there, but primarily we are into specialty.
So your Provilac is only online, correct?
Provilac is not there in retail stores. Again, if you just think back to how we started off,
Yeah.
we started off with milk being a perishable product, right?
Yes.
With a 2 or a 3 day shelf life at the max. Now, even if you produce the most amazing quality of milk,
Okay.
but it's as soon as it's out of cow's udder, it would start degrading.
Okay.
Right? So if the supply chain and the logistic until it reaches the consumers, if it is not maintained,
Yes.
then it doesn't matter how good the milk was at the starting point.
I agree.
Right?
Yes.
So honestly, the production and the logistics and the delivery has to go hand in hand.
Okay.
That's what my view on milk is. And that is why we prefer doing it only through the app and directly to home delivery so that we are in full control of the complete process. And that is one of the reasons we do not go down to the stores and keep the product store refrigerator.
But what about other dairy products like ghee, paneer, or dahi? So products like that maybe enter in retail stores?
Yeah, so product like that ghee can definitely go on retail shelves. But it is all about focus, and the focus has been into home distribution.
Home distribution only.
Yeah, so directly to the consumers through home delivery channel is what the focus has been, and I think we will stay focused for the near future that I can see.
Could you help us understand what is A1 and A2 milk? What's the difference between both of them?
A1 milk and A2 milk, the basic difference is one of the proteins.
Okay.
In A1 milk,
Yes.
has an amino acid which is known to cause allergies in humans.
Okay, that's in A1 milk. Correct?
That is an A1 milk.
Okay.
A1 milk typically comes from a lot of European breeds.
Okay.
Now this allergy is not unique. It's not to all individuals. It's only a few individuals actually go through this sort of an allergy.
Yeah.
So when the research was done, which we did not, it's not a fundamental research that we've done, but it is known now, it's an established research that has been done, which is known that Indian breed specifically give milk which does not have the specific amino acid in the protein. So it's a different protein. Okay. And this particular protein does not cause those allergies which otherwise you would see from A1 milk.
Yes.
So that is the basic difference between A1 and A2. And A2 milk in India naturally comes from a lot of traditional breeds like Gir, Sahiwal. Okay. So that's A2 milk.
And what about A1 milk? Where does A1 milk come from in India?
A1 usually comes from the European breeds.
From the European breeds?
Yeah.
Okay. What would differentiate Provilac's A2 milk with other brands then?
Okay, we are diving quite deep into the technicalities, but so there are ways to convert a a A1 cow,
Okay.
a A1 breed cow to A2. So the basics is the fundamentals is clear.
Okay.
You have a breed of cows. There's specific breed which would give A1 kind of milk,
Okay.
and the specific breed that will give A2 type of milk.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now there is a way that has there's a lot of studies that are done, and then there's a genetic modification that is done to A1 category of cows
Okay.
to start slowly get into giving A2 milk.
Okay.
So a genetic modification, when I say it takes multiple breeds, multiple. So first calf would give a higher percentage of A2, and then the calf after would start giving a higher percentage of A2, and that is how you change the breed from giving A1 milk to A2 milk.
Okay. So you do it generation wise.
Generation wise. So that is not what Provilac does.
Okay.
So this is typically you would see somebody who has a lot of cows at one single farm, an organized cow. These are the people who usually would invest into changing the breed so that they start giving A2 cows.
Yes.
For Provilac, it's unique because we give milk only from Desi Gir breed. So we have gone into creating a network of farmers who own pure Gir breeds. These are pure 100% breed Gir breeds, and the milk that we get from those breeds is what gives A2 milk for Provilac.
So Provilac doesn't use any foreign breeds, correct? Only Indian
The
breeds.
A1 category does
A1
use the
category.
European breeds. A2
Okay.
category does not.
Okay, but okay. So if you change the cow
Mm-hmm.
from generation to generation,
Mm-hmm.
how do you do it? Do you change the eating habits? Do you add something in their food? How do you do it?
Okay, so it's usually done through by crossing it
With another cow?
with a breed which is A2.
Oh, okay.
Right? So more you cross the breed with A2, eventually the cow will convert into A2.
Oh, that's
You
very
understand that?
interesting. Yeah.
So if I have to give you an analogy,
Yeah.
an Indian probably marrying to a Chinese.
Okay.
So their kid would be a half Indian, half Chinese.
Yeah.
And let's say this kid marries to a Chinese.
Yes.
Then the kid would be a 66% Chinese and a 33% Indian.
Yeah.
And then if you keep going down, eventually there'll still be Indianness to how much ever that lineage, but
Yes.
the dominant would be Chinese. So
Which one do you think is more profitable? A1 or A2?
profitable. So if the breed is commercial breed, which is Holstein Friesian breed,
Okay.
they always have a higher yield. So
Yes.
they'll always give milk. The amount of milk that they give per day is always higher
It's higher.
as compared to the Desi breed.
But
So if you have to run into profitabilities, then A1 is and that is why A1 is so predominant in India.
yeah.
Every company is doing A1 milk only. A2 on the other hand has to be priced at a premium to
Okay.
ensure that the cost gets covered.
Okay.
And that is why A2 milk usually you hear is A2 milk is more expensive than A1 category.
Yeah. So do I need to boil the Provilac milk bottle, or can I just have it directly?
You can have it directly,
I can
but
have it directly.
as Indians, I think we all have habits of boiling milk. So I think somewhere I've just stopped answering that question. But since it's pasteurized, it's safe to consume
It's
it
safe
as
to
it is.
consume.
Yeah,
It's just a stereotype at this point after so many years.
Not necessarily. See, India is a tropical country, and the weather is sometimes it's heavily humid.
Yes.
It's heavily hot.
Yes.
And since our infrastructures here, the roads are not 100% suitable for a very clean, nice operations.
Okay.
The traffic jams, the vehicle would just stay there for 2-3 hours. So it's best, in the best interest of the family, you would want to boil the milk because then you're sure that you're killing, if at all there has been any bacterial growth. But it's not required because since it's pasteurized and since we are in control of it, we would ensure that the milk that is reaching your household is it's good for consumption.
Okay. So how do you all manage sustainability?
But the way we tackle sustainability is we encourage a lot of recycling of PET. So we would, since our delivery boys are going to deliver the product. We encourage consumers to leave the empty bottles outside their doors and we take them back for recycling. Currently, I think the ratio that we are recycling is about 35% of the bottles that we deliver.
Okay.
We are, we've been taking that back for recycling.
So in the morning, the delivery boy picks up the bottles and then you'll recycle it, correct?
Yeah, so the empty bottles would go back to the go down, and we are tied up with plastic recyclers.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
it doesn't. I mean, this recycled plastic is not used again in food industry. Okay. It cannot be used again in food industry, but it would go into other applications like making chairs and tables.
Okay. But how do you tackle food milk adulteration then? If you're getting milk from farmers, have there ever been cases of that?
Not even a single case in the last 10 years of adulteration.
Yeah.
The way we tackle it is, there has been a lot of processes been set in last 12 years. There is test happening at every single point where the milk is being procured.
Okay.
Rigorous test happening, and our focus has been into ensuring not just adulteration but also antibiotic dosing into cows. If the milk is antibiotic positive, then it will never come into Provilac procurement.
Do you all use tech in helping in efficiency?
Of course, yes.
Okay. So could you share one example where tech played a pivotal role in increasing or helping efficiency in Provilac?
We are extremely tech focused. A lot of tech in everything that we do. Just home delivery business itself, for us to identify a consumer. So let's say a consumer downloads an app at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
And then he places an order at 11 o'clock at night. And morning 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, the milk will be delivered to the consumer's house, no matter from which city he is and in what area of the city. We pretty much cover a complete city. And the way we are doing it is, there's a thing called, automatic addresses being added into a specific route. So there's no manual person sitting there who's, there's a new order and let's place it after this customer in this particular route, in this particular cluster.
Everything is automated.
It's fully automated. The system knows this customer has come. The system reads the address, understands the lat long, fixes the lat long in the right cluster, in the right route after the right customer. So that is one of the things that has enabled us to grow our network over 6 cities.
Yes.
There's a lot of tech that we do. We've been introducing a lot of AI models into our data now.
Okay.
For example, we take pictures of every delivery.
Okay.
And this is also shared with the consumer. So every morning I wake up, there are 35,000 photographs.
Yes.
Now these photographs are quite AI enabled in terms of if they're blurred, if they're too dark, the AI wouldn't allow these photographs, so the delivery boy will have to do a retake with a proper light and all of it. Now what we're also doing is, if you look at Provilac bottles, there are 6 different types of milk, as I said, and every type of milk has a different color cap on it.
Okay.
Now what we are doing
is orange, correct?
One is orange, and there is for E2 it's brown, for raw milk it's green. So what we are now doing is, picture recognition of the product and compare it with the order.
Okay.
So that there's no errors in the deliveries. Right? So, we used to get a lot of complaints.
Yes.
Where, this delivery boy is giving me a wrong product, wrong milk.
Yes.
Those are the things now, we are trying to solve, ensuring, there is more efficiency that comes into the business.
Do you think in Provilac's bioprocess breakthrough, can the competitors copy it?
The byproducts?
No, the bioprocess, the process of your milk.
The process is okay. The process.
Yeah. Do you think it will be easily copied by your competitors?
So, we've been. So if you look at all the milks that we have, it's pretty much pasteurization and homogenization that the world does.
Okay.
With high protein milk, we are using a technology called ultrafiltration.
Okay.
We are the first ones to, use that technology.
Yes.
But it does not stop any competitors from using that technology.
Okay.
For every company, every technology, there are specific nitty-gritties which companies employ. Those are the things that probably cannot be copied. But from a technology perspective, people can definitely use all the processes that are available out there.
Okay, so you just mentioned about the high protein milk. Right?
Yeah.
What is the idea behind the high protein milk?
So high protein milk is basically, just to give you an analogy of what high protein milk is.
Okay.
Basically, to start with, to define high protein milk has 3 times more protein
And the normal.
than normal cow milk.
Okay.
Right. So what we've done is, a liter of milk would have 30 grams of proteins.
Okay.
We've just concentrated those 30 grams of proteins in a 250 ml bottle. That's all we've done. It's similar to, let's say, you have whole milk coming in and you remove the fat. Once you remove the fat, what gets left behind is skimmed milk.
Okay.
Or we could also call it fat-free milk.
Okay.
So once we remove the fat, then it's fat-free. Then all we do is we put this skimmed milk into specific membranes, which basically would let the lactose get out of the milk.
Yes.
And the proteins would stay back.
Okay.
Because proteins are slightly bigger molecules and lactose are smaller molecules. So lactose will pass through, proteins will stay back, and that is how we concentrate the proteins. And that is as good as cow milk. Yeah.
So you
It's higher in proteins.
So you compress the milk, correct?
Compress the milk while removing
The fat.
the fat, the lactose, and a little bit of water.
Okay. So if a competitor replicated your protein content with a different process, what would you say? What distinguishes Provilac from a different protein milk?
So if at all 100% composition is achieved in what we do,
Yes.
a competitor can have a similar product.
Okay.
But then again, it's very shelf life is limited.
Yes.
So we have to ensure the product reaches the consumer in time in the right format. And again, it's milk, right? So it still has 2 days of shelf life.
Okay.
So it has to be ensured that we reach. And then this cannot be, for example, for milk, people can actually heat the milk as a UHT process and then put it in and give us 6 months of shelf life. But a high protein milk cannot be done.
Okay.
Into a 6-month shelf life product without additives into it. So you'll have to add emulsifiers and stabilizers to actually, but then it won't be milk anymore.
Yes.
And the reason is because protein gets degraded with heat. So as soon as you try and heat the milk, the protein will start degrading, and that is how this channel of home delivery becomes a very important channel. Because any other, let's say, traditional dairy company, if they happen to make this high protein milk, it's difficult for them to put it up in the retail stores and ensure it's all sold.
Yes. Well, Provilac's protein milk is purely cow milk, correct? Without any additives, nothing.
There's nothing into it.
Nothing additives. But Amul claims 35 grams of protein per 250 ml, which is less than your price, correct? Do you see that as a risk that consumers may prioritize protein per rupee over purity and freshness?
I don't think so.
No?
I do not think so from all the experience that I've had since we've launched this product.
Yes.
Cow milk tastes very differently as compared to adding something into milk to increase proteins.
Yes.
It doesn't stop any other company to simply add whey powder into milk.
Yes.
And make a high protein milk. But do you see that being done by companies? It's not.
No.
It's only Amul doing it. And the reason Amul is able to do it at a cheaper price is because, and I assume they're doing it in this process, in this way. Of course, I have not been to Amul's factory to understand, but just as a person in the industry, I think they might be doing this.
Yes.
Is what Amul makes a lot of cheese and they have a lot of whey.
Yes.
So the leftover whey, which is usually acid, it's acid whey. The pH is acidic, so they have to neutralize the whey, and then they concentrate the proteins, and then they use these proteins in multiple products.
Okay.
So I think recently they've also come up with high protein kulfi,
Buttermilk, and paneer also is there.
I'm not. Yeah.
I think it's a lot of products.
Yeah.
It's gone into everything now.
Gone into everything.
Gone into everything. But yes, but we've seen established dairy unions and which are starting to launch protein, paneer, whey drinks, etc. What prevents larger players with bigger supply chains from eating your margins? Because Provilac is a very small company, I believe, right now, correct?
Yeah.
As compared to other big
Of
brands.
course, it is.
Yes.
So, as I mentioned earlier, the freshness of having it delivered within 24 hours.
That's the main key.
That is the key. The whole distribution that has been there, and then the tech behind that distribution, and the people who've been involved
Yes.
to set up this distribution.
Yes.
Products can be copied, but and that's true with anything. Anybody, any other product that has become big in the world can definitely be copied.
Yes.
But whether that success will come or not doesn't really only depend on the product.
Yes.
There's also those factors that come together to make a success out of that product.
Yes.
A lot of times the product can be copied. The parameters or the factors which are supporting that product to become successful,
That can be copied.
I find it's a difficult task to have it 100% copied.
I agree. Well, that's a defensive edge against other brands, then, correct?
That's what I would like to think.
Yes. Well, given India's milk protein market is expected to grow more than 100 million by 2030, do you see Provilac reaching this category? Both in terms of volume and
I think India is the biggest producer of milk. The biggest
Yes.
consumption of milk happens in India. There is space for everyone.
okay.
We would want to leave more impact. I think we are more than about volumes. I think we are more about impact that we are leaving on consumers' life.
Okay.
And I think we would like to measure our success through that.
Yes.
Then to say we've kind of reached a 1,000 crore mark or a 5,000 crore mark.
Yes.
That's not the measure of success, at least for us. For us, I think let's say India has been protein deficient.
Yes.
And and that was also one of the key reasons why we thought of this product and why we did all that we did. So that more and more people consume proteins, and there is less impact on their muscle loss. They get a better quality of life.
Yes.
And that has been our measure of success. And if it helps more people and if it brings more revenue because of that, we are happy to have that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, generally in India, in rural areas, it is difficult to get the cold storage infrastructure. Does Provilac own its own cold storage infrastructure in India?
Yeah, in all the cities that we are in,
All the
we pretty much, from the first mile to the last mile until the product gets delivered to the consumers. Everything is owned and operated by
Provilac.
Yeah.
So, I had an idea. Well, would Provilac ever look at licensing these cold storage facilities for smaller dairy businesses?
Again, it's all about operations and to ensure the product that we are doing good. If it adds value to them, and if it adds value to Provilac,
Yes.
it can be thought, but we've never had this sort of a conversation, so I've not really thought about it so much. But if there is a mutual value that gets added, I wouldn't think why not.
Yeah. Well, are there any government policies helping or hindering value-added premium dairy products in India?
There's no particular policy that
No grants or subsidies for milk products or dairy products which are used daily by the people in India, correct?
there are grants and subsidies to set up dairy farms, to set up dairy plants.
Okay.
So that is more around grants and subsidies are more around the capex than opex. So there's
Yes.
nothing. I mean, for operational expenses, I think the company has to ensure that it is running the business profitably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, many Indian consumers still believe, as you said, the boiling of milk is essential, correct? So how does Provolec educate their customers about pasteurization?
Um, every consumer that we talk to,
Yes.
there is a lot of communication that constantly happens with consumers, either through a sort of a WhatsApp communication or push notification through the app or communication within the app.
Yes.
So a lot of questions are answered through those channels. Plus, we have a customer care line which operates from 7 in the morning until 10. Consumers are free to call up because not everybody has a similar question. So they can definitely raise that question and we are happy to answer that.
Yes. So generally, well, research shows that urban Indian blend between multiple milk brands based on use case. Correct. People generally connect a business to milk brands on the basis of the use case. For example, Amul for shelf life, Country Light for daily deliverables. What do you think Provolec stands for?
I think Provilac stands for trust that we've built over 10 years.
Yes.
And the protein milk that we've been able to launch.
Yes.
But no other company has been able to do it until now. So.
Well, Provolac's products are priced at a premium, correct? Often double the regular milk. Does this mean better nutrition, which is only for wealthier consumers, where the 70% of the population still consumes other brands, or maybe lose branded milk in rural areas?
I'm just going to correct you there. So there's no pricing is definitely not double.
Okay.
It's much lesser than double.
Yes.
And that is, of course, the quality of milk is premium. The kind of tests that we run on milk. A lot of times there are a lot of expensive tests that we run on milk to ensure the quality is right.
Yes.
And also the supply chain that is owned and operated by the company, also the last mile delivery, the tech support.
Yes.
All of this together actually increases the price of the product.
Okay.
But what all of these factors do, that they ensure a safe, a hygienic, and a good nutrition product. But if you look at the high protein milk that is being priced, we are if you compare it with protein products out there, if you compare it with protein bars,
yes,
you would see a 20-gram protein bar being sold at 120, 140 rupees. So if you look at per gram, what is the cost that is being coming for per gram of protein? It's usually 5 rupees, 6 rupees.
Yes.
We are probably at the lowest end of the spectrum.
Okay.
We are delivering proteins at almost at 2 rupees per gram of protein.
Oh wow, okay.
Right? So if you look at a 500 ml high protein milk pouch, it's being sold at 120 rupees.
Yes.
Which has almost over 50 grams of proteins, which roughly comes down to 2.2 rupees per gram of protein.
Yeah.
So it's just that which lens you're really looking at it through.
Yes.
I wouldn't say we are a very high margin, very premium, only for wealthy customers sort of a company.
But generally, people have that in mind that Provolec is a premium brand. Yeah. The premium is for quality, correct? Yeah. Yes.
No, I think if someone's looking for a product which they are concerned about quality.
Yes.
Then honestly, it's not premium. It's not premium.
Okay. Have you ever explored a mass market line for Provolec?
See, as soon as we look at mass markets, yes, we would be looking at giving out this product to distributors, okay, and retailers, okay, which is something that is probably against of why we started this brand altogether. Yes. So if a mass can be achieved through our home delivery channels, that is something that's definitely Provilac is going to be pushing for. Yes. A mass to be achieved through stores, distributors, or for any matter, any third party, that is something Provilac will not go ahead with. Okay. Big players like Amul or Country Light could
replicate high protein or lactose free milk. Correct. If they launch at the half the price, what's Provilac's moat? Technology, supply chain, or brand trust?
As I said, every company has its own moat, right?
Yes.
And Country Delight has launched a high protein milk. And I think it's also priced slightly cheaper.
Cheaper, yes.
Yeah. Than what it is. But if you look at the macros of the product,
Okay.
you know, Provilac's macros are so much better. People are consuming high protein milk for proteins.
Okay.
Whereas the company that Country Delight, I think, has 3 grams of fat in their proteins, which kind of moves the macros for someone who's looking for protein,
Yes.
maximizing protein calories. So yeah, every company has its own moats. Something works for someone, something doesn't work for someone.
Yes.
And the market is honestly very big.
I agree.
So it does not matter of who comes in. I mean, there is an Amul who's doing a 90,000 crore revenue business,
Yes.
and there is also a small time vendor who's just selling about 100 or 50 or 100 liters of milk,
Yes.
and they're all happy in their own life. So I don't think it's
Yeah.
something to be worried about.
I agree. Well, how would you convince a skeptical consumer that Provilac isn't just a premium fad?
A fad would come and go. A fad is usually short-lived.
Yeah.
It comes, it stays for a year, 2 years, and then it goes away, and then people do not think so much about it.
Yes.
We've been running this company for 12 years, and we have consumers who've been with us for last almost 12 years.
Yes.
So I don't think there is anything left to be proved.
Yes.
I think it's not a premium fad or something.
Yes.
And people see a lot of quality and the trust is there, and that's why they've been consumers with us for that long.
It's all for quality, correct?
It's all for quality.
For a healthier India. Yeah. Well, would you like ever open source a supply chain, like put QR codes on milk products to show an entire video of how the milk reaches to the consumer directly?
Yeah, we are in the process of doing that.
Yes.
For sure. The QR code is there. So showing up the factories and something that we've already been doing,
Yes.
That's up there on our Instagram pages where there are a lot of bits of how we process what we do.
Yeah.
And definitely the whole traceability angle has to come in. So eventually going forward, we'll definitely have all of this very transparently shown to the consumers.
And people are moving towards traceability, towards more open.
Yeah.
The people want to know where the milk is coming from.
Absolutely. It's not just the milk, but everything, all food products that we're eating, you definitely want to know what's happening and how they're reaching. So that was also one of the reasons, we started over. We've been doing a lot of farm visits. People have visited our farms quite a lot.
Yes.
They get to see what we're doing.
How many customers of Provilac have on a subscription model right now?
Currently, I think we're doing about over 30,000. If you look at what we deploy in our company, it's not about, as I said previously as well, it's not about growth only. It's about ensuring there's a sustainable growth. A growth can happen overnight with a lot of, you keep hearing a company was doing 100 crores and this year they've done a 10x and gone to 1,000 crores. It's probably good for an IT company, but when it comes to food, a food brand, and specifically where physically the product has to be moved from one place to another, there has to be. So I'm of a believer that slower growth is a more sustainable growth.
Yes.
Than doing it all at once and compromising on a lot of things that would happen in that quick growth.
Yes. Do you think Provilac might enter the international market with any other countries?
Yeah, if primarily we are currently focused in India, but as we grow, we would definitely, why not?
Yeah. In the coming years.
In the coming years.
Well, let's do a rapid fire round.
Sure.
Yeah. So, What's tougher, convincing investors or convincing Indian consumers to pay for premium milk?
Convincing investors.
Okay. One business leader you love to share a Provilac milkshake with?
A business leader.
Yes, a business leader.
Not a business leader. Probably I would love to share it with our Prime Minister.
Our Prime Minister.
Yeah, Prime Minister.
Yes.
And the reason is, of course, the high protein milk. So he's 75, he's in his third time he's leading the country.
Yes.
I would definitely want him to lead for another 3,
yes.
Another few decades. Proteins is at that age where muscle loss is quite a lot. So
yes.
I would definitely, at some point, if at all I get an opportunity, I would love to share our high protein milk with him.
Okay.
He's a vegetarian too, so.
Yeah. Well, are you a morning person or a night owl?
100% a morning person.
Okay. Your guilty pleasure food that doesn't fit the healthy lifestyle tag?
Still healthy. Still, healthier, a cleaner choice, which is ice creams, specifically naturals.
Naturals.
Yeah.
You think Provilac might enter the ice cream market?
We are into morning deliveries, which doesn't quite fit. It doesn't quite fit the ice cream category.
Yeah.
But if at all, we would like, if we at some point, if we want to increase our portfolio, ice cream will definitely be on the list.
Maybe like a Provilac retail ice cream store.
Yeah. Not in near future for sure.
What's the first word that comes to mind when I say Indian dairy industry?
Indian dairy industry, it's an underdog. It's unrealized potential is a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of unrealized potential.
One app on your phone which you can't live out other than WhatsApp and Provilac.
I think Google Maps.
Google Maps.
Since I'm too much into logistics.
Yeah. What's the biggest challenge? Building a brand or building trust?
Trust, for sure.
Yes. If you could put one bold tagline on every Provilac bottles, uncensored, what would it say?
Read the fucking label.
Read the label, yes.
I think since it's uncensored.
A lot of people don't read the label.
No, the problem is, we are a clean company. We do not add emulsifiers, stabilizers. I mean, it's very easy to just add a few things in it, and then the shelf life of the product becomes a 1-year shelf life.
Yes.
Like protein checks that you get in the market, and then pan India we can go and do our business.
Yes.
But that's not the path that we want to choose. So yeah, I want consumers to go read the label. It's clean product. It's not going to harm them. Yeah.
Well, if you were building Provilac, what complete different career would you be in?
Honestly, I can't think of any.
No other.
Because I think it's been too long I've been in the dairy industry. So dairy is my way forward.
As an engineer?
Which is dairy, biochemistry, biochemical. So we're still engineering a lot of things. The products are being engineered. But in this category itself.
In the dairy industry?
In the dairy industry. Okay. Can't think of anything else.
Alright, so 10 years from now, would you rather people say Provilac changed dairy or Siddharth changed the game?
I think we are just not there yet.
Well, you are the vision behind Provilac.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I think it's a long way for us to go. But honestly, I think the impact that we bring. But it's too big of an industry to.
Yes.
And we're still not there. So.
Well, how has building Provilac changed you as an entrepreneur or as an individual? Over the last 12
years? I think
years?
What has changed is, because dairy industry is a 365 days industry.
It's a 24/7 FMCG business.
Yeah, FMCG is still better. If you're talking about confectionery and other things which come under FMCG, they're still okay.
Yes.
What happens with dairy is the cows, they are live. We are working with live animals,
yes.
Live people, live consumers.
Okay.
Right? And 365 days, this cow would keep giving milk. And people work for 365 days. And the consumers would want milk every, newspapers have 2 holidays a year.
Yes.
Milk doesn't.
Milk doesn't.
So what that has taught me is, one, to understand people, because there would always be some issues. The whole 365 days, people will come across a lot of things in their own life. So I think working closely with people is something that Provilac has definitely taught me to try and understand, be more empathetic.
Yes.
And yeah, consistency, just it's always 1+1 in milk, right? So you do not really aim at much larger goals. You look at the problem at hand and solve it, and then you move forward, and then you again look at problem at hand. You do not think, one of my friends, when I started this milk business back in the day, one of my friends had told me, "Yeah, ये 50 पैसे का धंधा है." It's not something that's going to make you wealthy or create wealth or whatever.
Yes.
And honestly, I did not think at that time as well. Neither do think about it today, because for Provilac, it's always 1+1. It's always 1+1. Every day, every new customer is a new customer.
Yes.
Just like day one.
Yes.
So those are the things that I think I've learned in this journey.
Do you think there's a work-life balance, or work is your work-life balance?
No, I have a work-life balance very well.
Yeah.
We spend, I spend a lot of time with my family.
Yes.
I go out holiday. As you said, I believe in slow growth than a very quick, fast.
You just spoke about growth, correct? How would you measure Provilac's success? Would it be by market share, impact on people's life, or by revenue?
Impact
on
that
people's
impact
life.
that we are creating. So, sometimes you are almost at a stage where you want to give up onto something,
Yes.
whether it's a product, you just want to, if the product is not working well in the market, you just want to, just probably stop the product, or you just had too much of stress about work and you just want to be like, it's done and I don't want to do it anymore. But I think one thing that keeps going is the feedback that we get.
Yes.
And then in some format, if Provilac has been a part of their whatever healthy lifestyle and if that's created an impact in their life, I think that is what definitely is a definition of success for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if people spoke about Siddharth Runwal, the visionary behind Provilac, 20 years from now, what's the one line you want them to remember about you?
I think it's too
Early?
Well, no, early is not I think it's way too irrelevant. For me, I do not really want anyone to remember or anything. It's just there.
Yes.
No, I do not have any of those aspirations.
Yeah. Well, if a young entrepreneur came to you with nothing but an idea and big dreams, what's a single piece of advice you would give to that entrepreneur that you wish that someone gave you?
Get started.
Get started. The people really procrastinate and don't get started.
See, you don't have to keep perfecting on that idea.
Okay.
On day one, right?
Yes.
It's all about getting started. You get started, the idea would be very, very wrong.
Yes.
Absolutely wrong. But in the journey, when you actually get started, you will start pivoting into something that will work. Because then you're learning, you're failing, and then you're thinking about it. So I think getting started is the most important thing.
Yes.
One of my mentors used to sort of tell me कि किनारे पे बैठ के तुम कभी अंदाजा नहीं लगा पाओगे कि तुम्हें स्विमिंग आती है नहीं आती है, पानी कितना गहरा है नहीं गहरा है. You just have to get in. So day 0 to day 1 is the most important journey, I think.
Yes. You have seen the Bollywood movie where he mentions that he will take out his car when all the signals are green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Taxi No To Gyara.
Yes.
No. Huh? I don't remember the name of the movie.
Well, if you don't
I know. If you want, it's a new car. You're just too preserving it. You wouldn't ever know what's out there. So you have to get out. Yeah, for sure.
Yes. When people look at Provilac 20 years from now, what do you want them to remember about Provilac after 20 years?
I think they'll not have to remember, because the product will always be there in the kitchen tables every morning. So you just have that trust of being with us for that long.
Yes.
I think that trust is one thing that I would want people to think about when it comes to Provilac.
Trust and quality and changing people's lives.
Trust coming because of quality.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much for doing this podcast.
Great, yes.
It was very insightful for our viewers, understanding how the milk industry is in India, how Provilac is regularizing and creating an impact on people's life and for a healthy India.
Thank you, man. I'm very happy to be here and talking about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.